High School in Sparta, New Jersey for Pope John Lady Lion baseball, softball. Bottom of the 5th inning, Morris Catholic leads 5-1 as Peyton Richards leads off. Here's the pitch in by Reisinger. It's high. Pope John giving up a pair of runs in the top of the 5th as Morris Catholic is able to build their lead up to 5-1. Here's the pitch to Richards. Off the plate. So the count to Richards now 3-1. Here's the pitch by Reisinger. Grounded back to the pitcher. Throws over in time. One down. And now the batter is number 12, Kylie Otero. Lady Lions looking for a comeback here. Down 4 runs to Morris Catholic in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 1. Otero with a big triple last, a couple innings ago, in the bottom of the 3rd in order to lead Pope John to their only run. Swing and a miss by Otero. One and one count to the right fielder. Here's the pitch. Off the plate, 2-1. Now the pitch. Liner. Past the first baseman into right field for a base hit. Otero gets to first. She's 2 for 2 on the day. A big hit for Kylie Otero. And now with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th, the Pope John Lady Lions building something here. Now the batter, Issa Avicii. Pope John, who has rallied numerous times this season for big innings, desperate for one now. Fouled off, out of play by Avicii. 0-1. So Kylie Otero, 2 for 2 on the day from the 9 spot in the lineup. A triple and a single. Reisinger looks in. Here's the pitch. Outside. Otero leading the throw to first. And it pops out of the first baseman's glove. Should have been back safely anyway. Now the pitch to Avicii. Liner to second base. Makes the catch. Florio leaning backwards and was able to pull it in with a glove. Nice play by Ava Florio, and 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Otero gets back to first. So now Liv Chili into the box with 2 down in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch by Reisinger. High pop-up. First baseman has it. Makes the catch. First pitch swinging, and that's it for Pope John in the bottom of the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, and Otero left stranded on first. We are through 5 here at Pope John High School. Morris Catholic with a 5-1 lead over the Pope John Lady Lions. We'll be back right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. And we're back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey for Pope John Lady Lions softball. Mike Formisano calling today's game. Thank you very much for joining us. Morris Catholic with a 5-1 lead over the Pope John Lady Lions. Reese Toby back out for another inning of work. The leadoff hitter, number 6, Gia Bonsignori. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, out of play. Toby coming in relief of Liv Chili. Morris Catholic scoring 5 runs in the first 5 innings. 3 RBI by Sophia Reisinger, was pitched brilliantly for Morris Catholic. The only batter really able to get to her has been Kylie Otero. Otero 2 for 2. Popped up, second base, Little makes the play. Nice catch by the senior second baseman. 1 down. And now the batter is number 88, Bryn Lucas. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Pope John with 2 more innings to go with. They got 6 outs to work. Here's the pitch by Toby. Ball, 1-0. Lady Lions in desperate need of a rally in either the 6th or 7th inning. They were down 6-2 to North Hunterdon just a couple of weeks ago in the semifinal of the Hunterdon Warren Sussex semifinal. They came back to win that game. In there, called strike. But again, I mean, they weren't going up against the likes of what Reisinger has been today for Morris Catholic. She's been brilliant. Here's the pitch by Toby. Liner into center field. Oh, Amber Little makes the catch on the lip of the outfield grass as she leads back to make the play. So 2 down, both putouts by Amber Little. Now the number 9 hitter for Morris Catholic, Ava Florio. Here's the pitch by Toby. Foul. Down the first base line. Out of play. Now the 0-1 by Toby. Ball. 1-1. Toby looking in, set. Here's the pitch. Low and away. 2-1 to Florio. On deck for Morris Catholic, their leadoff hitter, number 19, Savannah Mead. Here's Toby with the pitch. Grounder back to the pitcher. Toby throws to first in time. A 1-2-3 inning for Reese Toby. And we're through 5.5 here at Pope John High School. Lights are getting dim, but still some sunlight for Pope John to work with here. 6 outs to go. Morris Catholic with a 5-1 lead over Pope John. We'll be back right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey for bottom of the 6th action between John and Morris Catholic. Here's the pitch. Low, 1-0. Abby Davis to the plate, looking to start a rally for Pope John here in the bottom of the 6th. We've got 2 more opportunities to do so. Reisinger 1 out count on Davis. Here's the pitch. Called strike, 1-1. Sophia Reisinger, the junior for Morris Catholic, has pitched brilliantly today. Now the pitch. High, 2-1. Pope John in desperate need of base runners. If they have to work walks, work walks. Find ways on base. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, out of play. So the count's even to Davis, 2-2. Reisinger deals. Fouled off into the batting cage. We'll do it again. Sophia Reisinger toes the rubber. Set, now the pitch. Called, strike 3. Davis can't believe it. Strikeout for Reisinger and 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Now the batter, Grace Ferrua. Reisinger looks in. Here's the pitch. Off the plate, 1-0. Now the pitch. Ball, 2-0. Here's the pitch. Off the plate. 3-0. So, hitter's count for Verua. Does she get the green light or does she take all the way? Swing and a miss. Strike 1. She was going for it there, but missed the high riser. 3-1, still a hitter's count for Verua. Reisinger settles in. The pitch. Fouled off down the first base line. Out of play. Full count now to Verua. Is the payoff. Foul ball down the third base line. Will stay in play? No. Over the fence and into the parking lot. We'll do it again on a full count. On deck for Pope John, senior Remy Joustra. I haven't really given thought to the fact that this could be the 3 seniors' last game here. Ball 4. Verua works the walk, and I don't think they want to think of it either. So Remy Joustra coming to the plate with a chance to help change that and start thinking more about Tuesday's semifinal than their final game of the regular season. They got work to do. Morris Catholic with a 5-1 lead. Ball's outside. 1-0 to Joustra. Time called. And Verua looking for a catch of courtesy. So, number 23, Alexa Jagger out to run for Verua. Bottom 6.
Number 23, courtesy to the catcher.
So 1 out. Jagger on first, running for Verua. Joustra at the plate. 1-0 count. Reisinger looks in, fires. In there, called strike. 1-1. Hope John desperately in need of a rally here. Now the pitch. Liner to right center field is going to drop in for a base hit. Off the glove of the center fielder, Savannah Mead. And now first and third as Joustra with a big base hit. Jagger gets to third, and now the batter, Grace Bobby. Well, Mead made up a lot of ground there. She almost made the play. I called it a base hit before she even dove. And she dove, and it hit off the end of her glove. She almost made the catch. But Pope John with runners on the corners. Here's the pitch by Reisinger. Ball, 1-0. On deck for Pope John, number 10, Amber Little. This is probably Pope John's best opportunity in this game so far. Here's the pitch. Through the hole, base hit. Jagger scores. Joustra to second. And Grace Bobby with a clutch single to left field. And now Pope John down by 3, 5-2. And Amber Little to the plate as the potential tying run. So now we have a pinch runner, Emily Fuchs, coming in for Grace Bobby. Joustra on second. Fuchs running for Bobby on first. Amber Little to the plate. The senior second baseman, the potential tying run in a game that Morris Catholic has led the whole way.
22 out, 25 in.
So now Little steps in. Reisinger toes the rubber. Here's the pitch. To first. Foul ball. Just past the first baseman, but it was just foul. 0-1 to Little. Remy Joustra on second. Emily Fuchs on first. Little to the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2 to Little. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. On deck, number 32, Peyton Richards. The pitch, high and outside. Pope John to have a chance in the bottom of the 7th. You would think probably needs at least another run here. Although they'd love to tie it. Outside. Counts even a little. 2-2. Big spot in this game for Pope John. Reisinger delivers. Right back to Reisinger. She has one play. It's the first. She almost threw it wild. But the first baseman, number 16, Emma Carnival, prevented that from going wide. 2 outs as Little grounds out, but the runners advance to second and third. And now Peyton Richards, in probably the biggest at-bat of her season. Maybe the biggest at-bat of Pope John's season. Bottom of the 6th. Pope John down by 3. So Richards steps in. Reisinger delivers. Inside, 1-0. Joustra on third. Fuchs on second. First base is open. On deck, Kylie Otero, who has had Reisinger's number today. Here's the pitch. In there, called strike. 1-1 to Richards. One count to Peyton Richards. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, out of play. And now to count 1-2. Richards steps back in. Here's the pitch. Ball off the plate. Catcher wanted the umpire to check with third base. He did. Third baseman says no. She held her swing. Counts even to Peyton Richards, 2-2. Reisinger. Pitch. Off the plate, 3-2. And now the biggest pitch of the game. Full count. Richards is the tying run. First base is open. Lions down by 3. Here's the pitch. In there, called strike 3. Sophia Reisinger gets out at the bottom of the 6th unscathed. We are through 6 here, and it's Morris Catholic 5, Pope John 2. Lions did score a run, but still trail by 3. We'll be back for the top of the 7th action right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Welcome back to Pope John High School for top of the 7th action between the Pope John Lady Lions and the Morris Catholic Crusaders. Mike Forbisano calling today's game. Thank you very much for joining us here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. It's the second round of the New Jersey State Tournament, and the 6th seed, the Morris Catholic Crusaders, lead the Pope John Lady Lions, the 3 seed. Score going into the 7th inning, 5-2 Morris Catholic. The story of the game, Sophia Reisinger on the pitching circle and at the plate. Here's the pitch outside to Savannah Mead, 1-0. Toby back out for another inning of work in relief of Liv Chili. Mead squaring the bunt. Pulls back. Toby delivers. Ball. If you're looking for what Pope John has coming up at the bottom of the 7th, the number 9 hitter, Kylie Otero, who's 2 for 2 today against Reisinger. And then the top of the order, Isa Avicii and Liv Chili. Pitch by Toby. Fouled off.
You're still in charge.
Reisinger has pitched fantastic for Morris Catholic. She's had the bulk of the work all season long in the pitching circle for the Crusaders. She also has 3 runs driven in, a 2-run double in the top of the 1st, and a solo homer to left field for the left-handed batter. Ball's off the plate. 3-1 count to Mead. Toby looks in. Here's the pitch. Grounder to second. Little Fields flips to Remy Joustra. 1 out. Now the batter, Rachel Dunn. And again, if you're looking for hope for Pope John here in the bottom of the 7th coming up, just keep in mind that against North Hunterdon, Pope John was trailing 6-3 going into the bottom of the 7th in the semifinal of the HWS tournament. They scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th and won 7-6. Fouled off, out of play. It would take that kind of rally for Pope John to survive and advance today. So Toby steps on the rubber. Here's the pitch. Grounder, third. Foul ball. Past Peyton Richards, who was taking over for Grace Bobby at third base. So after the pitching change is made, Toby, Liv Chili went out to left field. Peyton Richards is at third. The rest of your defensive alignment is the same. Here's the pitch by Toby. High pop-up. Little makes the catch. 2 down. It's a now to batter for Morris Catholic is number 30, Marielle Balones. Hitters due up in the bottom of the 7th. Otero, Vici, and Chili. And if anyone gets on, Davis. Here's the pitch by Toby. Ball. 1-0. On deck for Morris Catholic, number 7, Natalie Caravellano. Now Toby delivers. In there, called strike. One and one. Toby into the wind, fires, grounded to third. Richards, it's a foul ball. Richards fielded it, but the umpire said foul. So we'll do it again. One, 2 count to the batter. Toby looks in. Now the pitch. Fouled off, out of play. Malone staying alive. Now the pitch by Toby. Low. Counts even to Malone's 2-2. Now the pitch by Toby. Grounder down the third baseline, foul. We'll do it again. 5-2, Morris Catholic in the top of the 7th inning. 2 outs. Toby 1 strike away from getting out of the top of the 7th and giving the Lady Lions one last chance. Here's the pitch. Grounded to short. Davis fields, throws across in time. And that's the end of the top of the 7th. Great pitching by Reese Toby in relief of Liv Chili and keeping Pope John within striking distance. But now, the Lady Lions have one last chance. They start with Kylie Otero, who's 2 for 2, and we'll pick that up when we come back. Bottom of the 7th on the way. We are on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. 5-2, Morris Catholic. Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. Last licks for Pope John here in the bottom of the 7th. They trail 5-2. And again, if you're looking for any hope in the bottom of the 7th, keep in mind, just a few weeks ago, here at Pope John High School, the Lady Lions trailing the North Hunterdon 6-2 in the bottom of the 6th, and then 6-3 going into the bottom of the 7th. And the Lady Lions scoring 4 times in that bottom of the 7th to win 7-6. And then they went on to win the Hunterdon Warren Sussex tournament by defeating Hunterdon Central. First pitch gets away from the catcher. 1-0. Reisinger, who's pitched fantastic for Morris Catholic today. She really has. She's pitched brilliantly. She's got 3 more outs to get. See if Pope John can tag her for at least 3. High pop-up, right field. The right fielder coming in. She misplays it. It's off her glove. Otero going to second. She's rounding second. She's taking off at third. Here's the throw. Offline. Otero with another triple. And she said she got blocked by the first baseman, which she did. The first baseman stepped in her way, and she's making that argument right now as the ball hit off the right fielder's glove. And she's saying she could have home plate. The umpire not agreeing. But you can see Otero was rounding first, and the first baseman, number 16, Emma Carnival, stepped in front of her and impeded her pathway on the bases. So Otero's arguing that she should be able to get home plate. And I agree with her. Carnival totally blocked her pathway. Well, Otero's on third, no outs, and the batter is Avicii. Here's the pitch by Reisinger. Swing and a miss, strike one. Kylie Otero, if you had 9 Kylie Oteros in this lineup, Pope John would be in great shape today. 3 for 3 against Reisinger. Here's Avicii. The pitch. Low, 1-1, and the catcher threatens to throw back to third. Otero trying to get a lead, but Bonsignori keeps looking back. 1-1 count to Avicii. Here's the pitch. Off the plate, 2-1. Reisinger looks in. Pitch. Fouled off. Readjust our camera now. Counts even to Avicii. Reisinger looking in. Fires. Liner to right field. Base hit. Otero scores. Avicii to first with an RBI single. And now the batter, Liv Chili. And Chili represents the tying run. 5-3 now. Pope John down by 2. A clutch base hit by Issa Avicii. Now the pitch. High fly ball down the left field line. Way out of play. 0-1. Chili, who has power, is one big fly away from tying this game inexplicably. Reisinger looks in. Here's the pitch. High pop up. Behind home plate, the catcher doesn't have a play. Gets out of play. On deck, Abby Davis. Nobody out. 1 run in. It's 5-3 Morris Catholic. Pope John, their season on the line. Desperately trying to get at least 2 more runs here. Chili represents the tying run. Reisinger. Grounded to short. The shortstop fields. Throws to second. Not in time. And the throw to third. And she's in there. Avicii's able to advance to third. First and third. And now the batter, Abby Davis. And now we have a real threat going on here. Avicii, who represents the tying run, has second base open. First and third, no outs, and Davis to the plate. Pope John's best opportunity of this game. They are down by 2. The tying runs are on. There's nobody out, and Abby Davis to the plate. Well, the Lady Lions have been known for comebacks all season long. Can they do it one more time? Nobody out. Bottom of the 7th. First and third, a run's in already. Abby Davis represents the potential winning run. Reisinger, the pitch. Ball, 1-0. We'll see if Chili takes second. It's not a case where Morris Catholic really can afford to let her just take second. You put herself in scoring position as the tying run. Here's the pitch. High pop-up down the right field line. It's going to go out of play. Over the fence. Foul ball. On deck for Pope John, Grace Verua. Verua, who had 2 RBI in the Huntington Central final of the HWS and had that 2-run homer with 2 out in the bottom of the 7th against North Huntington. Here's the pitch. Liner down the right field line. Foul, out of play. 2 strikes on Davis. Avicii's on third. Liv Chili on first. Abby Davis, the shortstop for Pope John, looking for something to drive. 2 strikes. Reisinger looks in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Reisinger rings up Davis. And now 1 down. And now the batter, freshman catcher Grace Ferrua. Sophia Reisinger looks in. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. 0-1. Isa Avicii standing on third. Liv Chili, the potential tying run on first. Ferrua, the potential winning run. Here's the pitch. High, 1-1. On deck for the Pope John Lady Lions, Remy Joustra. 5-3, Morris Catholic leads. Bottom of the 7th, 1 out. The pitch. Grounded to third. The third baseman can't field it. She has no play. Avicii scores, and Pope John has cut the lead to 1. A base hit for Grace Ferrua. And now the tying run is on second. The winning run is on first. And Remy Joustra to the plate. What a spot for the senior first baseman. Pope John, an outfield single away from tying this game. An extra base hit away from winning. 1 out. Now, Alexa Jagger in to run for Ferrua. So Ferrua, the shot to third base, and the third baseman, Rachel Dunn, couldn't field it cleanly. When she picked up the ball, she had no play. First and second, 1 out. The tying run on second, the winning run on first. Here's the pitch by Reisinger. In there, called strike. 0-1 to Joustra. Reisinger looks in. 5-4. Here's the pitch. Deflected off her bat as she tried to check her swing. 0-2. On deck for Pope John, Grace Bobby. 0-2 count to Joustra. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Reisinger looks in. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Foul tip into the catcher's glove. A big strikeout by Sophia Reisinger. And now the last chance for Pope John. Number 22, Grace Bobby. The tying run on second. The winning run on first. Here's the pitch. High, ball 1. Pope John has worked their way back. Now they trail by just 1 run. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. Ball 2-0. On deck for Pope John, number 10, Amber Little. The tying run on second. The winning run on first. 2-0 count to Grace Bobby. 2 out. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Out of play. 2-1 count to Bobby. Grace steps back in. Reisinger into the line, fires. High pop-up. This will do it. The third baseman makes the catch. And the Morris Catholic Crusaders upset the Pope John Lady Lions. Their final score, Morris Catholic 5, Pope John 4. Well, some days it is your day, and some days it's just not to be. And for Pope John, a valiant effort coming back to cut the lead to just 1. But not able to put the tying run across. And so Morris Catholic will advance to the semifinal of the non-public Group A tournament in the New Jersey State Tournament. And for the Pope John Lady Lions, a bitter way to end the season. And again, you've got to give total credit to Morris Catholic for the way they came into this game and their pitcher, Sophia Reisinger. A bitter way for Pope John to end, and I'll tell you what, the comeback that they made in these last few innings, never giving up, has to be commended, but just not enough today. Morris Catholic will go on to face the winner of Mount St. Dominic versus Mount St. Mary's, and for the Pope John Lady Lions, the season's over, and for the three seniors, Amber Little and Grace Bobby and Remy Joustra, we wish them the best of luck in their careers going on to college. And for the underclassmen, we look forward to seeing them again next season. My thanks go out to the entire Pope John administration, the coaching staff, the parents of the softball team, the players, and you for going ahead and watching all season long. It's been a thrill, and we're looking forward to more Pope John Lady Lions softball next season. A lot of accomplishments this year. 101 Sussex title, a great record in division, and a share of the division title, but it was not to be today in this single elimination tournament, and Pope John will try again in 2026. Please join us on Saturday at 11 a.m. for Pope John Boys Lacrosse. The number 5 seed Pope John Lions will take on Immaculata, 11 a.m. from the lacrosse field right here at Pope John High School. Tomorrow, the boys baseball team in second round action, they will take on St. Mary's of Rutherford. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to cover that game for you, but if you want to go out and watch that game, they are in Rutherford tomorrow at 4 p.m. If they get through to the next round, Wednesday, June 4th, we will be there for that contest. So please join us on Saturday for boys lacrosse, 11 a.m., Pope John and Immaculata. And for everyone here at the softball fields at Pope John High School, it's Mike Formasano saying thank you so much for watching all season long. Your final score today, the Morris Catholic Crusaders 5, the Pope John Lady Lions 4. Have a good off season. We will see everyone next year for more Pope John Lady Lions softball in 2026. Boys lacrosse at 11 a.m. on Saturday. Please join us on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Have a good night.